Whatever platform you're listening to SoCHiology on right now, you can also find Mogul Motivation. Whether you're trying to build a sustainable business, become a millionaire, or accomplish any goal in your life, Mogul Motivation is what you need to hear. Hosted by yours truly, Twiz Taylor. So go over and subscribe to Mogul Motivation right now. We're coming up on 300 episodes. 300. That's over 4 years worth of content to get you through the day and through your entrepreneurial and dream chasing journey. Now, without further ado, let's get into SoCHiology, episode 21. You are now tuned into the SoCHiology podcast. SoCHiology is a lifestyle brand that analyzes Chicago culture and connected topics abroad, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. All right, so we have the Flamin Hott-erologist, Kiko the Goddess, in the building.
Kiko's the Goddess, and I'm not a Flamin Hott-erologist, but I'll take that.
I mean, yeah, that's your honorary title now. You know,
hilarious.
You have your PhD in it. You know, you're very knowledgeable. And you know, we're gonna get into that in a minute. But real quick, so have you ever heard the story about how Flamin Hotts was created?
No.
All right, so it was a janitor that worked for Frito-Lay. His name was Richard Montanez. I can't pronounce his last name properly, so please forgive me, everybody out there that's listening. But anyway, he was a janitor that worked at Frito-Lay, of Latino descent, of course. And, supposedly he, started playing around with it, and he took this idea to the CEO, and then, they made him like a top exec, and, they made Flamin Hotts in the late 80s, and the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? Dude wrote 2 books. They finna make a movie about him. Life is fucking good.
Are you for real?
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. It just came out recently, like last month, that it was a lie.
I mean, I could have told you that. It just sounded like a lie.
Yeah, like, so basically, like, people were saying, like, he definitely, like, mentioned an idea to the board or whatever, the corporate execs, but he really ain't had no involvement really in, the creation of Flamin Hotts. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga wasn't even in the room. He wasn't even in the room. That's what they saying.
Funny as hell.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like they're not giving him credit of creating Flamin Hot Cheetos or any type of Flamin Hot products that was initially supposed to be marketed to the Hispanic consumers. They saying that nigga ain't had nothing to do with none of that. I'm like, damn. So you lie. He came up on a bag though, like on this whole fabricated story. Like they could make a movie about the dude. He then became a motivational speaker. He eventually did rise up the ranks to become a corporate exec. That is true, but he ain't had nothing to do with Flamin Hotts, and I just found that very hilarious to me.
Wow.
Yeah, like fake it till you make it.
Where'd that come from? He made up the lie, or?
I mean, yeah, he basically fabricated his story. He basically fabricated his story, and he was like coming up. Now it is kind of odd that this is just now coming out, though. That it's a fabrication because this was like 1989. It's 2021 now. Like all these years, y'all ain't saying nothing,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But it is definitely strange, nonetheless. But whoever created the shit, I think we are all forever grateful. For whoever, created this. For whoever did this. So I'm going to start out with something. So I had posted on my Facebook page like 3 weeks ago the many different names that we call Flamin Hotts. So you got Flamin Hotts, you got Hot Flamins, you got Hot Cheetos, and you got Hot Chips. And you broke it down. This is why you're the Flamin Hott-erologist. So you broke it down. What demographic calls this snack what? Okay.
So boom.
All right.
Real niggas call them Flamin Hotts because that's just, you grew up in the era of Flamin Hotts, and you grew up in the culture that popularized this snack. That's what we call it. Period. Next, you got white people who call them Hot Cheetos. Like, what's crazy about that is that someone actually just said that, a white person, to me this morning via Instagram, because she had on a Flamin Hot outfit. It was like a Flamin Hot outfit, and the earrings were made of Flamin Hot. So I was all like, shout out to the earrings for the Flamin Hot. She's like, yeah, Flamin Hot Cheetos. I'm like, girl, you perpetuating the stereotype. Anywho, so They call them Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Tongue pop.
Huh? And then you got the super ghettos who call them Hot Flamus. And they call them Hot Flamus. Hot Flamus. That's how it's pronounced.
Flamus.
And it's Hot Flamus, and it's usually accompanied with like some pickle juice or a pickle or a mix in that situation. And then you got little kids who call them hot chips. And they pronounce it hot chips.
Hot chips.
Hot chips.
Okay.
And they always want to tell you about how they eat those and that they're not even that hot. Like, get the fuck
Hell
on.
Yeah.
They're not even.
Like, them chips ain't even hot to me.
I eat hot chips. Like, okay, show ass on. You ain't get none of these. For real.
Like, whoop de fucking do. Good for you, sir.
Right.
Now, how old are you?
Child.
Yeah. Like, how old are you? That's when they run off and shit.
Hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Continue.
I mean, but that's pretty much it. That's the breakdown. The Flamin' Hots, Hot Cheetos, Hot Flamers, and Hot Chips.
Hot Chips. And you call them what?
I call them Flamin' Hots because I'm a real nigga.
You definitely, yeah. I mean, I can't even really fathom myself saying any of the other sort.
Me neither.
And I don't really want to judge, but it's like, come on, bro. Hot Cheetos just sounds they don't sit right with my spirit.
It just sounds white as fuck, like like Cheetos. To me, Cheetos don't need to be said because it's understood. We know what we eat.
Right. Flamin' Hots is a subgenre of Cheetos. Period.
Exactly.
So we already know that. Yeah.
Right. It is what it is.
Gee, fucking, and then Hot Flamers, or how you say it?
Hot Flamers.
Hot Flamers. So that's like out west for the most part.
You know what? It sounds very much out westish.
It does sound out west, but we got some Southsiders that probably be on that too, though.
They probably descendants of the West Side.
Probably, yeah, definitely descendants. You know, they probably settled, you know, somewhere like a little bit in Inglewood. You know, some part up in Auburn Gresham, probably. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I can't fathom myself saying that either, though. Like at all. You know, and
it sounds so backwards.
It do. Like, you know, like I feel like. I don't know, Jay. I feel like I got to take the ACT test again over, like, once I say that shit. Like, you know, with the, like, look. I don't know, G. It upsets my spirit.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
You know, and then hot chips, I'm just be real. I ain't never heard no adult say that shit. And
no.
I better not ever hear that.
And they better not say that shit, because that shit, actually, to hear hot chips, it just kind of, like, annoys me. Like,
yeah, that's like the most annoying one. That's like the most, like, when I hear hot chips, like, I just picture a badass kid, nose running, you know what I'm saying?
Right, got the silver caps on their teeth.
Just, you know, just, like, stickiness and moisture all around their mouth from eating all the candy and drinking Capri Sun and shit. You know, it's just, it's a terrible scene. Mm-hmm. It's a terrible scene in my eyes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I can't do it. So, okay, so Flamin' Hots is what it's called. That's what the Flamin' Hott-erologist says. Mm-hmm. So, now... how do you eat your Flamin' Hots? Now, of course, you know, you just eat them straight out the bag. But, you know, in the hood, specifically Chicago, you know, we do things our own way. You know, what's some jazzy ways that you eat Flamin' Hots?
How about some jazzy?
I know,
okay.
Right?
So, it's rare that I eat them straight. Like,
oh, that's rare. Okay.
Like, this day and age, I really don't eat them straight. Like, I really don't, like, purchase them unless I'm jazzing it up. So, okay. The most like frequent way that I consume is a mix with some sour cream and cheddar ruffles.
Oh,
put them in a bag together, mix them up. That's a fire ass combination. I haven't had the hood staple Flamin' Hots with cheese in a minute.
Okay.
So for the listeners who are not familiar with Chicago ghetto food culture, Flamin' Hots with cheese is Flamin' Hots. Drowning in nacho cheese.
Definitely drowning. Heavy emphasis on the drowning.
And when you eat them, some people, I don't understand motherfuckers who eat them with a fork unless there's meat involved. So you could just eat them, like slide them up from the bottom of the bag. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I was taught back in the day.
You slide them up from the bottom of the bag and you eat it from the top. And then when the Flamin' Hots are over, you fold the bag in half and you slide that cheese all the way up on some like a toothpaste tube type situation.
Yes, absolutely. You got to get every motherfucking drop out of it.
And you fuck it up. And I don't know who stumbled upon this combination, but it's divine. And it's like, it's so... it changes like the taste of the Flamin' Hot. Like you're eating a whole different snack. So
like I don't know who created it. Like I think the first time I had it, obviously when I was a kid. I was a kid the first time I had it. I can't tell you the age, but it changed my fucking life. You know, it was like that Genuine song. My whole life has changed.
Yeah, I remember this when I first had some. I was all like, "Yo, this is crazy! This shit is so good," and it just became a staple. Okay, so in other ways I eat it. I haven't eaten it with any like Flamin' Hots in a pickle. I haven't done that in a while, but I would do it. A sour pickle in particular.
Okay.
And sometimes you could pour some pickle juice into the bag, and then
real lit.
And then now this is some extra shit right here that because like I am a self-proclaimed dragon and because I love spicy food and I just eat crazy shit. Hot sauce on Flamin' Hots is pretty fucking lit too. I don't know if you dabbled, but it's pretty fucking lit.
So that's like, I never did. So that's like Flamin' Hots. That's like Super Saiyan Flamin' Hots. Like, I never did that. I never got that jazzy. With it. I never done any. So everything you just said isn't really foreign to me. I'm very aware of everything you just said. But me, I'm basic as fuck. So, I haven't had Flamin' Hots with cheese in a long time myself either. But of course, that's what we grew up on, going to the candy store. Every neighborhood in Chicago, every surrounding suburb had a candy store. I'm not going to say has, but had a candy store growing up in the 90s and the 2000s. But, the Flamin' Hots with cheese and meat was, that shit was lit. Nowadays, I eat them straight, or sometimes I mix them up with like white cheddar popcorn. That shit is fucking amazing to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That I feel like that's my GOAT combo. Like kind of how you said you mix yours with the Ruffles. Mine's is with the white cheddar popcorn. It's like the GOAT combo to me. It's like Christmas came early every time I eat that.
Okay, but who's white cheddar popcorn are you eating?
What's the ones in the black bag? What brand is that? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do know who you're talking about. I'm looking right at it.
Yeah. What is it?
That ain't no Smart Pop, is it? Is that Smart Pop? Is that Smart Pop?
I don't know.
They got the corn on the bed.
Yeah.
With the corn on the bed.
Yeah. So I do that. I fucks with that. But white cheddar popcorn is my favorite popcorn. Period. So like
that's some good shit. I ain't gonna lie.
It is. Like I don't really like popcorn like that unless it's like movie popcorn. But white cheddar popcorn is the only popcorn you'll really catch me eating at the crib. So even if it's not the Smart Pop or whatever, if it's good to me and it's white cheddar, I'm mixing that shit with the Flamin' Hots. I need it in my life. You know what I'm saying? I need it in my life. But the pickle though, that's like the the jump rope go to. Every girls that like jump rope back in the day like just love eating that shit with pickles, and I don't know why. Like I felt like that was like a requirement. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was all in your bag when you got your haul from the candy store. There was your Flamin' Hots, a pickle in the bag, some corn nuts in the bag, some Doritos in the bag.
The corn nuts.
Yeah, corn nuts, some sunflower seeds in the bag. Probably like I still fuck with Chico sticks to this day. I would have bought a Chico stick.
Absolutely.
What candy bar would have been enough for me? Possibly a a Reese cup. Reese cup would have been in the bag.
Reese's is definitely the GOAT.
And probably some juice, some type of juice, like a little hug or somebody.
Yeah, I had to have two blues.
Two blues,
yeah. Had to have, because the motherfuckers go quick.
Yeah, they
take
do.
2 sips, them bitches gone. I had to have two blues, especially if I had the Flamin' Hots with cheese. I had to have 2 blues.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, I had to have that. And then I had to have like the red and blue fruities. You feel me? Usually I get 50 cent worth, but if I feel fancy, and like I feel like I just got my stimulus, I might get $2 worth.
Funny as hell. Talking about $2.
Yeah, that was the stimulus at the candy store back in the day, G.
Hilarious.
But yeah, man. So it's like, what would you say? Because not only is it just Flamin' Hots, right? But you got a multitude of Flamin' Hots. So we're gonna talk about, as it pertains to the spicy chip snack, right? What would you say is like give me like your top 3 Flamin' Hot type of chip? You know what I'm saying? Because of course we got the standard Flamin' Hots, right? But what else like would you dabble in that realm?
Okay, for sure. Okay, first of all, this is my type of conversation all fucking day. So let's go. I love Vintner's Sizzling Salt and Sour. Vintner's Sizzling Salt and Sour is at least top 3. I just had some of them like 2 days ago.
Oh shit.
Vintner's also has a spicy barbecue corn chip that is fucking fast fuck. Seriously. Especially like, I don't know, the liquor store by my job, it seemed like they be having like the freshest batch because that should be just so airy and crispy. But anywho, so that's an honorable mention, but it's not like a top. Now, I'm not an actual Taki fan, but that Fuego, like I understand the craze, but Takis in particular, I don't really like. But
I don't get down with them.
There's a kettle chip by that same company called Barcel chips. They're Barcel kettle chips in the flavor Fuego, which is the same flavor as the purple Taki. Them shits is delicious, like delicious.
Like they give you life.
Like they give you motherfucking. They so good. It's the Taki flavor. It's the Taki red flavor.
I don't get down with the Takis though. Personally, I don't get down with them. Yeah.
I mean, it's the Taki flavor. So if you're a fan of Takis or that Fuego flavor, that purple bag flavor, you're gonna like the Barcel kettle chips. Okay. But I mean, what's wrong with all the shit is all the dye that they put in it. It's that red 40 bullshit. Honestly, just was killing people. But you know,
oh damn.
I mean, it is what it is. And then as far as other hot chips, I mean, I've never been a hot crunchy curl fan like that. I know that might sound blasphemous.
I mess with them every blue moon, and then it's gonna be some people that's gonna get pissed off at that comment too.
I understand.
Like I gotta be in the mood for them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I legit gotta be in the mood to eat some crunchy curls. Because if I'm not in the mood, I'm good. I'm good.
Like I've honestly always looked at it as like a knockoff Flamin' Hot. Like especially when I was younger, I'm all like I don't want this. I want the Flamin' Hot because Flamin' Hot has that signature taste. It got like garlic and onion in it with the spicy stuff. Like I don't know who came up with that recipe. It has to be a black person. Because he lied. Well, I don't know, but and then like that's pretty much it. The different variations of the Flamin' Hot though, like when they have the jalapeno one, I don't really like that. The extra hot ones, they're not too much hotter than the regular ones. And
like I feel like that shit is obsolete. Like why y'all do that?
Right, why y'all do that?
What's the point of that shit?
And I don't know. I think it's just because motherfuckers like hot stuff.
Yeah, clearly putting hot sauce on the shit.
I mean, yeah, that too.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I hate? Not to cut you off. You know what I hate? I hate the they really could have kept the fucking Flamin' Hot Fritos, G. First of all, Fritos as a whole is trash to me.
Flamin' Hot Fritos. Okay.
They got the Flamin' Hot Fritos. So basically any Frito-Lay product, they got a Flamin' Hot version of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They got the Flamin' Hot popcorn.
Now that is now that goes top. That definitely goes.
Okay, Flamin' Hot popcorn is in
Flamin' Hot popcorn that shit is delicious.
Oh, shit.
Like I'm so fucking serious. That's some good shit right there. The Flamin' Hot Funyuns, I was very disappointed.
I mean, that shit sounds like disappointment.
It sounds like it's gonna be fat. Like, do you like Funyuns?
Not really.
Oh, well then that's why. I mean, but Flamin' Hot Funyuns just sound like it's gonna be a motherfucking hit, and it was just very mediocre. They could have kept that.
Yeah, they could have. The Doritos are okay. Again,
okay.
I gotta be in the mood for them though. Like really, the Flamin' Hot Doritos is really like a last resort. Like if I ain't got no Flamin' Hots and them bitches just lying around, it's like, all right, come on. You know
right.
but I'm not. It's like they Otis. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really coming to see them.
Yeah.
But it's like they're there, just based off, the grace of Flamin' Hots. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you ever got the variety pack. You ever got the Flamin' Hots variety pack before? You ever got them? You got the variety pack, where they got, So those are always the last bags in there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the Flamin' Hots go fast, quick. And then it's always the Doritos that's last. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, all right, nigga, come on.
Get it over with. You get him the hair man.
Yeah, man. Let's get it over with, man. Let's get the shit over with. But it's interesting though. You didn't say anything about hot fries.
Oh, well, my bad. Hot fries is up there too.
Facts.
They up there.
They definitely up there. So now you got to rank them though. So like go from.
Okay.
Let's do 5.
Okay.
So I feel like
that's easy.
3. So let's do 5. Go from 5 to 1.
5 to 1. I will put. Okay, 5 to 1. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Well, I know, but you're the Flamin Hott-erologist though, so you can figure it out.
Honestly, I might say Flamin Hott is number 5.
Wait.
Ironically, yeah.
Flamin Hott themselves is number 5.
It's number 5 or number 4 because it's like the variations do it for me more. Like
wowzers.
Like
wow.
I might put the popcorn number 2. I could put the fries number 3. Sizzling salt and sour. They might be number 1. I think that's my favorite chip because it just has the perfect combination of everything.
Really?
Yeah, my auntie put me onto that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When I was a kid. Yeah.
Interesting. So Flamin Hott is not the motherfucking GOAT.
No, I mean they are, but it's like they have to be. For me, they have to be either in combination with something else. Like I just don't. My love for them ain't what it used to be.
I got you.
Yeah, like
I got you.
Ask me this 15 years ago, I probably would have ranked Flamin Hott closer to number 1. But yeah,
interesting. That's very interesting. So I will say, like, I wouldn't even have a top 5 because I don't eat as many spicy snacks as you do. Again, that's why you Flamin Hott-erologist. Like, but if I had to do a top 3, you feel me? Like, I would probably. Interesting. I would probably go just basically off default. The Flamin Hott Doritos, like I said. I know, right? Then the hot fries.
Hot fries.
Just as hot fries.
Ooh.
And then Flamin Hott is definitely number 1 for me. It's like, look, I'm like a fucking child, okay? Like, I can literally eat a whole bag of these motherfuckers for breakfast. Like, I'm fucking in 8th grade or freshman year or some shit. It's bad. Because, like, they addicting, man. Like, once I started eating them, it's like, damn, I can't stop. That's how I am with Flamin Hotts and hot fries, honestly.
But yeah, hot fries are addictive.
Yeah, it's like, once you open the bag, you eat a couple, you're like, all right. But then you're like, all right, let me get a few more.
Exactly.
Yeah, then you're like, all right, fuck it. Let me just get a couple more. The next thing you know, the bag gone. Empty. Yeah. Donezo. So look, quick question. All right, why is Flamin Hotts like the spinach for girls who always want to fight in high school?
Time about spinach. I don't know, man. Like, that wasn't me. Yeah, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
And when you, like, that shit, like, they used to eat them motherfuckers and be ready to go at 7:43 in the morning.
Oh, my God. I mean, shit.
Ready to beat all the second period ass. Everybody up in that motherfucker. And then by the time they get to lunch, they get another bag. It's over with.
Shit. And if they had a canteen in a cafeteria, they definitely had cheese on them bitches.
Oh,
for real.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. The cheese ain't ready at that early in the morning. Ain't nobody selling cheese that early in the morning. So they eating those straight. You don't get your cheese fucking intake till about noon.
You talk about some intake. Hey, look, Flamin Hotts with cheese for breakfast is a different type of in the trenches.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
That's a different type of in the trenches, G. And then, like, motherfuckers always had to share them on a blank piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? That was like a fucking plate.
A plate
in high school. You know what I'm saying? It was always just a blank piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? That shit funny as hell. Like, we was living in an interesting time. Very interesting time. And I don't even know if kids doing that shit nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they doing. They doing some other shit.
They doing ass. They
doing TikTok challenges and fucking setting themselves on fire and shit.
All types of shit, man. All fucking types of shit. So, did you know Flamin Hotts is being gentrified?
In what way?
So I saw some pics. It was like some white restaurant. They was like trying to do the Flamin Hotts with cheese thing, and
oh hell no!
Yeah, they had some lettuce on there. And,
hell no!
It was.
What they at? So I can go fucking protest their ass. Pissing me.
I don't know.
like that.
I think they're in River North.
Wow.
It was bad. It was bad. I'm gonna have to try to find a pic. Yeah, the gentrification of Flamin Hotts, man. But so if you was teaching a class on Flamin Hot etiquette, what will be your first lesson?
Sharing is caring, for real.
Okay.
I mean, I just feel like sharing food in general, just because you open up a bag, people gonna be begging anyway. So just get over that hump.
They definitely gonna migrate.
Get over that hump. First of all, your purchase should have been a larger bag to begin with, because we consider 25-cent bags, which we now know is 50-cent bags, but they 25-cent bags forever in my mind, because that's just the size they are.
Oh, that was a beautiful era, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was more, and when it was actually 25 cents, it was more.
Yeah,
it was more.
I feel like the bag got smaller. They little mini bags now.
Yeah, they did. They did. It's like the older we got, the more they downsized that shit. Because I remember when I was a kid, them motherfuckers was nice and hefty.
Talking about hefty.
They was nice and hefty. You know what I'm saying? Like going to fucking school and shit. You know, dropping in the motherfucking corner store. Them motherfuckers, they had some weight to them. Now it's just like 4 chips in air.
Yeah. Wow. But let's say let's say it's not a sharing situation. You just eating it by yourself. One hand is designated for your bag, like for reaching into the bag and eating. Okay. Because and the other hand has to be free to do other stuff. And when that other hand is free doing other stuff, you holding the bag with the fingers, the 2 fingers, the thumb and the pointer finger on the inside with the other hand. Okay. The thing is that you have to maintain the red on your fingers for the end.
Gotta maintain the red at all times.
Gotta maintain the red, because you don't want to be touching shit and getting germs on your hand, and also removing red from your fingertips. And then by the time you're at the bottom of the bag, your fingers should not be nice and caked up with the red. And you can turn that bag up, get the corner crumbs. Okay. And then lick your fingers. And because I don't know, like, why would you wash your hands?
Yeah, you can't do that. Like, you gotta get every motherfucking morsel. You have to. Yeah. You have to. So this first lesson is definitely sharing is caring, or maintain the red.
Maintain the red. I would say maintain the red.
Maintain the red is the first lesson in Flamin Hott-erology. And we are so grateful to you for giving us this lesson and these instructions. And next time we speak is going to be visual, and we're going to try to figure out who the fuck invented Flamin Hotts with cheese. That's our mission next time.
Okay, for sure. I mean, you know what? I saw a meme maybe a year ago was talking about like celebrating the hood legend who had made that combination, but I don't know if it was real.
It was probably some funny shit, just like they was doing. Like I saw something like said David Dirty Folks Green, which is a made up person, was the first person to get his Italian beef dipped. So but we gonna figure that shit out though. We gonna figure that shit out. So until next time.
For sure.
If you enjoyed this podcast, I ask for 2 things. Number 1, leave a 5-star review. And number 2, pass it on to a friend who may enjoy it as well. And don't forget to subscribe to our other podcast, Mogul Motivation from True Stories Media.